Hey beautiful people, it's me Daryl, and I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be about all the books that I'm currently reading. Now I have been reading quite a lot of books, but I managed to narrow it down to the books that I was the most interested in reading, and also the books that I feel like I have the greatest chance of completing sometime soon. Now it's crazy because I had quite a lot, but I still narrowed it down to 7 books, which is quite a lot of books. But this is me that we're talking about. I always have like big TBRs and big currently reading stacks and stuff like that. So I guess that is on brand. Now, originally, this video was going to be a review video of this book, Chain Gang All Stars, which I just finished. I believe it was yesterday, and I loved it. Like, this book basically like rejuvenated me, I want to say, and re-energized me. And I'm just kind of like, okay, yes, now I'm ready to roll. Like, I'm ready to like dip into these other books and like just get going. Usually with videos and whatever, I don't plan out what I'm going to be saying. Like, I have an idea of like, okay, what the video is going to be about, but I don't really plan like what I'm going to be saying or what the talking points are going to be. But with that said, I just didn't feel like doing a review or a reading for this right now. So that's something that will come up later. So I was just like, okay, this book kind of actually inspired me to talk about like the books that I actually am currently reading and, drum up a bit of excitement and stuff. So let's get started. And the first book I want to talk about is The Marriage Portrait. Truth be told, I'm not really feeling this book right now, but I do believe that that's on me. It could be the state of mind that I'm in, that I'm just not feeling it, because everyone loves this book. I loved this author's last book, Hamnet. So I want to reclaim that magic. I know that this author has it in her. So I believe that what I'm going to do is, tomorrow, Saturday, is a really busy day for me. So I won't have time to be doing any reading, but maybe like on Sunday or Monday or something like that, I'll just dedicate like a lot of time to just this book alone, to try to see if maybe because of the fact of like I'm dipping in and out of other books and whatever, maybe that's like preventing me from like escaping into this world, into this story. So that is like my thoughts for right now. I kind of do believe that this might be on me. So I might actually start the book over and just like go all the way through until the end without dipping into another book, but we'll see about that. The next book that I want to talk about is the biography of X. I love this. This author, I've mentioned it before on my Instagram and stuff like that. Like, I love this author. I think she's like one of the most creative people right now. It's sort of like not what I was expecting. There's a lot of playful things going on in this book. It's like, it's sort of being done in the sense of like what biographies or autobiographies are about. Well, biographies are about. So we have this title character X that we don't know a lot about. Her wife has decided to write a biography about X who has died. Someone else had written a biography and she didn't like it, and she decided like, you know what, I'm gonna write my own biography. So we kind of dip into X's life, her mysterious life before she ended up meeting the person who's like writing this book. And also there's also like alternate worlds thing going on, where the world that they're in is like the US had like split into 3. I think it's like North, South, and Western, and the Southern territory kind of got closed off from the rest of the United States. Like, I guess it's no longer the US, it's just like these territories and stuff like that. So there's like a lot of like weird kind of different elements that this book is exploring in conjunction with like learning about X. So that makes it quite interesting, because it's not a straight up like, okay, I'm writing a biography about this woman's life. It's also about like the history of like, how did these Southern territory separate from the rest? And the Southern territory became very like pious, like overly religious. It was almost like a dictatorship type of like world that they were living in, and it's just, anyway, it's quite interesting. So I'm interested to see like where this is gonna go, and I'm actually almost finished it, or close to finishing it. So I feel like this is the book that I probably will finish first out of all the ones that I'm going to show you. But yeah, this is a very interesting book. Pick this up if it hasn't been on your radar, or you have been seen floating around and you haven't been sure. Pick it up, because it's quite interesting. The next book I'm going to talk about is The New Life, and I feel that this can be sort of in connection with the last book that I just talked about, in the sense of this book is actually kind of like a real life story, a story that I didn't really know about these two men who are trying to, like back in the day, are trying to write like a manifesto or a book explaining that homosexuality should not be like outlawed. It's a normal phenomenon. It's like a normal thing, and it should be decriminalized. Now, there are actually two men in real life who tried to do this way back in the day as well, to kind of like make homosexuality decriminalized. And, it was a very, very hard thing to go through. And this book, I believe, has like those two men, but they're like different characters than what the real life people were. And I think that there are changes and things like that didn't really happen in real life. But anyway, so this book, I would say, sort of in a way, is also like an alternate reality, like an alternate history sort of like vibe to it in a way, but it's this one's a little bit more direct. But yeah, this book I'm really, really feeling. There are a lot of people that have been mentioning for quite a while that this might be on the Booker long list that comes out. And a lot of people are saying that they're going to scream murder if it isn't, because it's that good. And I have to say, it is quite interesting. Like, I'm loving it so far. So yeah, I'm thinking that I'm going to be able to finish this one soon, but we'll see how that goes. The next book is The Tenant of Wild... Oh my God, I can't even remember the title, of Wildfell Hall. Now, it's insane to me that I went through university with an English degree major and never read any of the Brontes. I only read like Wuthering Heights, I think it's like last year or the year before, and that's been my shame. Like, how could I not have read any of the Brontes? So the most obvious one was to probably read Jane Eyre, which I've been having my eye on for quite a while, but I'm like, this one has been speaking to me. A lot of people are saying that this is the underrated Bronte sister, actually the one that is the best out of all. And I don't remember where it was that I saw, it either could be Instagram, or it could be Bookstagram, or BookTube, or maybe like even Literary Hub or something. Someone was like really hyping up this book, and I was like, wow, that sounds really, really interesting. So I started reading this, and man, I'm loving it. Like, I am loving it. It's like, I don't know, it's got like this kind of like raw energy that like I have been desiring, I guess. And I mean, I love my classics and whatever. And this is hitting a sweet spot too, because I really need to be reading the Brontes. Like, that's just something that I've always felt really bad about not doing. So this is like really, really hitting me hard. And also, I would say that this is a little bit progressive in the sense of, with the other Bronte sisters, or at least from what I've gathered, is they tend to like hero worship the men that are in the books, even though they're like toxic as hell. And this author keeps it real. Like, it's kind of like, this guy is a monster, or even if he's complex or whatever, he's a monster and whatever, and I'm gonna like portray him as one and not try to romanticize his bad behavior. So that's pretty cool. The next one that I'm going to mention is, I'm really bad with remembering the title, so sorry. God's Children Are Little Broken Things. This I saw, I don't remember, it won some book prize, I don't remember which one, and I got my hands on it, and then since then I think it won another book prize. I haven't started this yet, but this is a short story collection that I'm really, really like excited to get to, and I'm just gonna read like really quickly what it says. It says, in 9 exhilarating stories of queer love in contemporary Nigeria, God's Children Are Little Broken Things announces the arrival of a daring new voice in fiction. The author's name, which unfortunately I can't really pronounce at the moment, explores with tenderness and grace the fundamental question of the heart. Can deep love and hope be sustained in spite of the dominant expectations of society and great adversity? Yeah, so I'm really, really interested in this. There are a lot of blurbs from authors that I love or respect. I can't wait to dive into this. Queer literature, we need this in our lives. And I am a big short story collection fanatic. So for me, it's a double whammy. Love it, gotta have to get into it. Have not started a story yet, but I will as soon as I finish posting this video. So I will tell you my thoughts about it and give you an idea. And also, I should mention too, is that let's just say if you don't see anything on my booktube or on my Instagram page, you could always check out my Goodreads, where you'll either see my star ratings or you'll see reviews, whether it's brief or longer. Usually I update that. So that's something that you could look forward to. But yeah, definitely I can't wait to get to this book. The next book we're going to talk about is Bliss Montage. Now, I have been reading this since forever. But the reason that I stopped reading this is because I had started reading the International Booker long list and I had committed to that. So I had to stop reading books that weren't part of that list. This is amazing. I loved Severance, the author's debut novel, but this to me shines a lot brighter than that book. To me, this is where I really see this author's talent. I love the stories. The stories are weird and strange and kind of off kilter and a little bit disturbing in ways. Quite the imagination. There's a story I'm remembering because I did read 4 stories I think out of this. Yeti Lovemaking or whatever actually kind of sent shivers down my spine in sort of ways and gave me goosebumps a bit because I just found it a little visceral, some of the details and the explanations and stuff like that. I just started thinking about I don't know, it was almost like I was inhabiting that character and just feeling the things that was being described in the story. But yeah, I love this. I love short story collections, as I mentioned, and especially as somebody who has creativity and can think outside the box, I'm all for it. This is something that I just feel oh my God, pick this up. If out of all the books I will mention here, I think this is the one that I want everyone to get their hands on. I want to see this on the Instagram grids and all that, a picture of this, this cover with the bag of oranges, go for it please, because this was quite it was quite amazing. And I actually know that I'm going to do a review on this one, and I feel like I'm going to do a video review of this because I really was that into it. And lastly, now this is a book that I had not featured before. This I just got in the mail because I believe it was this week that the book came out, right? Because I had it pre-ordered and stuff. And I love Brandon Taylor. I'm very interested in seeing what this book is about. I don't think that this has been getting rave reviews compared to the short story collection that he had and also the debut novel that he had. But I'm curious about it. And actually, this was one I was actually going to wait until the winter to read for some reason. But I'm just kind of it's there. It showed up. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I just might go for it now and whatever. And it's also in the now because I know everyone's going to be reading it now. So I guess it's one of those things hey, why not just jump onto the hype? This is a possibility. But out of all of the books that I showed you, this is the one that is a possibility of me not even starting. But I just put it here because I'm kind of it keeps calling to me. I have stacks of books near my bed and it's there and it's just read me, please. So, yeah, I might just end up reading this one and stuff. I'm a bit disorganized right now, so I'm not going to do the whole stack thing, but you'll probably see it in the thumbnail. And also, yeah, those are all the books that I'm currently reading. This one and the Gods... I don't remember that title again. My mind is a little bit fried. Those are the 2 books that I have not started yet. So we'll see. But the other books that I mentioned are ones that I have already started. So yeah, I will give you updates on how I feel about some of these books. And I always think that these videos are going to be short and they end up being long. But I guess that's what happens when you don't plan out your videos. And in a way, like I said, I do like that I don't plan it out. I feel it's a little bit more authentic, and I actually do feel that I get my ideas across anyway. So I do feel I'm good at that. So anyway, but that's all that I got for now, and I will see you later. Smooches, take care of yourselves. If anything that's been going on in my life has taught me anything, it's like keep those who you love close. Okay, take care. Bye.